Hi everyone, welcome to Straight from the Divine Tarot. We are Tuesday, September 9th, 2025. And I'm going to do another read. I might do an extended with this one as well, just get some more detail. I was picking up a bunch of people using nicknames or false names in this group. This group is started, they came after you or somebody you know. They were gunning for somebody. They were stealing. It was all because somebody was jealous and envious. They wanted to be you or whomever you're dealing with. There's a lot of mental illness here. There's a lot of addictions. There are a lot of lies, a lot of slander, magic as well. But these people, I'm picking up like Reservoir Dogs, that movie where they picked colors to as their names, like Mr. Brown and Green, and you know what I mean? So they could have been doing something like Clue, you know, even though they don't have a clue. But they're getting found out. Uh-oh. They thought they had a good victim in you. Nah, you're nobody's victim. They victimize themselves at the end of the day. They're all going down. And that's what I'm picking up. So let's see where we're going to go with this. I'm grateful you're here. Thank you. I'm so grateful. I love you guys. Hope that you're having a beautiful day. I just got in from a nice walk. Went out to the park. I walked through the botanical gardens. I took some time out to smell the beautiful roses there. Very, very fragrant. Had a good time. Anyhow, I'll be posting all my videos from today later on. When the time is right, when the divine says to. I appreciate all your support and all your love. You guys are fantastic. Spirit, where are we going with this? What is the message? What would you like to talk about? Spirit guides, guardian angels, ancestors, thank you. Moving on, we got this earlier. Ascending, making the right decision, using your higher wisdom as a contract or a third party, or going towards a higher level soulmate. This is harmony, whatever this is. It's the lovers, right? Free will, after all, I just heard. Moving on. Overarching energy, bottom of the deck. Somebody was a liar. Somebody wasn't telling the truth. Something's unbalanced. Judgment in reverse. They don't want to take accountability. Lack of awareness. They don't want to take ownership for what they've done. If you're dealing with institutions or courts, a judgment's going against somebody. It's not in their favor. Okay? No second chances. Somebody's getting karma. Poor decisions. Bad decision making. Harsh judgment. I don't know. Somebody sees your value and your worth. You know your value and your worth. They don't want you to ignore them. I think you're ignoring somebody, or somebody can't ignore something. Somebody took advantage of a situation. Okay? 4-4. You know your value and worth. People are seeing your value and worth. You have a firm foundation. This is something you're married to. You're stable. It's going to have something to do with your base chakras. They try to make you feel unstable, destabilize you, but you're solid. This could be a marriage or a home or business or family. 4-4, meaning the angels. The angels are protecting you. Somebody still thinks they have an opportunity with you for a firm foundation, a relationship or something. They don't want to face these mountains, these hardships, but they're going to. Oh, heck yes. Because through their actions and words and or magic, they made you face hardships that weren't yours to face. They're going to be facing their hardships and then some. 4-4-4, I can't make this up. Has something to do with a marriage, a family, foundation, and achievements. You're stable and secure. They try to destabilize you. They can't. They want you scared. No, you're not scared. Emotional withdrawal. They lost control of a situation. They can't control you. Divine feminine energy. Somebody wants to be you. The truth is coming out. Yep. Somebody's not into something. You don't feel the same way about these people. If it's family, a relationship, or friend, you're through your pain, you create new life. It could be a pregnancy or a mature woman that you're dealing with, or a mother figure, or you could be one. But you're down to earth. This is a great deal of love here. This is a tower moment for somebody. The towers you brought, they fucked around and found out, okay? So screwing with you brought the tower for them. This is a redirect. This is a big shift. Disruption. This is a soulmate, a partnership. They made some poor decisions. 2-2. Poor choices and they made the wrong moves. They partnered up. They were talking mad shit. They could be doing magic. Lack of awareness, bad counsel. Doing magic, like I said, or somebody has no awareness. They don't want you bringing awareness to something or someone. They keep doing something over and over again. They don't want to learn a lesson. They don't want to change, or they don't want things to change. This is the world kicking their ass right now, the universe. The world is upside down. This is unfinished business because somebody lied. So their lies are coming back towards them. There's no truth or clarity, no communication. This was a lot of lies, illusions, manipulation, deception, magic, and or corruption. Somebody was wearing a mask. It's out of control here. Somebody's taking some action. It has something to do with prosperity, a family, or somebody you have a family with. They were trying to hold you down. Keep something buried. You're very, very rooted here. You're not going anywhere. You're taking action. This is co-creating. You're manifesting something new. There you go. This is material and spiritual prosperity. You've elevated. You've ascended. And they were trying to block this. This is bad news for them. This is a backfire. The third party, a contract, a decision. There's no communication, no accountability, I heard. Yeah, you're resting and rejuvenating. You took back your power. You bossed up. Somebody with authority here. You've healed. They're trying to block you from healing, or taking action, or bossing up. Well, take it for whatever it is. It's kind of all over the place right now. I'm picking up somebody's out there really feeling angry because they're getting found out and nothing's working in their favor. Like all of their games that they're playing, their lies, it's just not working anymore. Why did it get this far? Well, I hate to say it, but this was all part of your elevation, your character building, let's say. And then this also gave them the chance to do the right thing, and they chose not to. They had so much time, so many chances, and they still refused to take the chance to change it, to make good on something, or to try to protect, try to make things better for themselves. Maybe not for themselves, but the situation. They have no empathy or sympathy for other people. They pretend they do, only because they want what they want. Okay, this is the deck. I was looking for a different deck. I don't know where it went to. This is somebody that doesn't even know who they are. They're wearing a mask. This could be somebody that, again, this seemed to be a theme earlier, but they want to be you. Oh, dear. I've got two decks mixed into one. Bear with me. Hold on. Okay. What's this? Don't want to hear it. Red lipstick stains. So anyways, this is somebody that really made a mess of things with their lies, their greed, their inability to want to heal, to stop what they're doing. This is brought on by envy and jealousy, not knowing who they are. So this is moving on. Yeah, you're standing firm. You cut somebody out, or somebody else's. Wide awake, clean, and decisive. So this is a decisive cutoff. Your cutoff game is epic. Storage, imprisonment, and damp. Somebody's in the basement. Bottom of the deck, silence. Keep silent, coercion, and hint. So somebody was trying to coerce somebody. They weren't telling the truth. They don't want to take accountability, so they're trying to convince you or someone else to be quiet. Maybe they're trying to intimidate others. Hope, wish, expect, and desire. They're hoping you're going to get together and have drinks or coffee with them. This is out of greed. Laziness, obsession, cruelty, and stupidity. You used your intuition. They're in torment right now. Anxiety, bondage, depression, and troubled. Sixth sense, intuition, subconscious. I'm really picking up that the divine, their spirit team, whoever this is, they're really playing with them. I don't mean playing in the bad sense, but they're awakening their consciousness. They're awakening their guilt in them. They cause a lot of torment. They know they're headed towards a lot of torment. And they made you go through a lot, and others too. They rolled the dice, played games. They gambled with other people's lives, including their own. Take a chance, risk, and leap of faith. Something to do with a photograph. Maybe they're trying to be you, right? Trying to immortalize you through them? What the fuck is that all about? I don't know. Photo, memory, souvenir, and card. There's change, transformation, newborn evolution. This is a clown. performance, big performance, camouflage, laughing at, revenge. So this is somebody that doesn't take anything seriously. Like, they don't have a conscience. They laugh at everybody's pain. They get off on it. This is just a clown, and everybody's seeing it. And I say it, could be male or female, for what it is. Okay? It's an it. Cousin it. It might be a cousin. Somebody you're dealing with, a cousin. If you have a family member like that, the best thing to do is cut them off. Moving on. It's a contract, firms. Could be standing firm. Heart fog, mixed signals, blocked emotions, and messed up. Somebody's taking, it's a free fall. Somebody's falling flat on their face. There's going to be a confession here. Unveiling, coming clean, and messages. Either, I don't know if they're going to confess, because I don't think they do anything like that unless they absolutely have to. There's something in it for them. Or somebody in this group or equation will be confessing. And they're trying to tell them to keep quiet. Could be a divine feminine here. They wanted to be you, a divine feminine. They're not a divine feminine, male or female. Yeah, they're eating, feeding off of you, your energy, your ideas, your creativity, whatever you're nurturing, whatever this is. Nourish, self-growth, self-focused, and soul-finding. Divine masculines in the picture here. Somebody with a family, you could have a family with them. They wanted to be you. That's where they got they try to get a divine masculine on board, or vice versa. It could be male or female, wanting a family, fertility, parenthood, pregnancy. Something to do with pride, arrogance, ego, and stubborn, clinging, holding on, obsessing, spying, escaping. This is a clinger. This is a level 10 clinger, avoiding, blocking, pushing away. They wanted this divine being to look at them as if it's only them. But the divine being's looking at you, devoted, attached, and craving. They're thinking, missing you, craving, and desiring you. But you put up some boundaries. No is a complete sentence. You drew the line. Enough is enough. You used your intuition to know better. Okay, something happened here. Somebody was full of lust. Or this is your ex-partner going, no more. Because this person was doing love spells, lust spells, using lust to get their way. Forbidden, non-committal, sexual energy here. Now they want a second chance, cloudy judgment. They had cloudy judgment. They got into this commitment with this karmic. Now they're going into obscurity. It's an emotional storm. They're feeling conflicted because they want to return to you. New beginnings. This is, I just said I smelt roses. I went to the botanical gardens. That's weird. Try again, new direction, start over. Twin flames. They gave up their twin flame for a karmic. Or this could be just, they thought they were twin flames, and they weren't. Not everybody's a twin flame. Not everybody subscribes to it. A lot of it is addiction, obsession, codependency. It could be spell work as well, making you feel like this person's got a connection with you or you with them. Trust and believe when I say not always is it a twin flame or higher level soulmate, okay? Because the last thing the devil wants is for people to elevate. So it's not going to be that easy, okay? If you do have a higher level soulmate out there, a twin flame, the last thing you're going to find this opposition here. The devil's going to step in. He doesn't want you doing what you're supposed to do here, okay? So moving on. You moved on. You're standing firm. Heart fog, mixed signals. Okay, something is off schedule here. They were supposed to do something on schedule, maybe black magic, or pay something on schedule, and they screwed up. Management, plan, and organized. Somebody's disorganized. Oh boy, time is up. There's something to do with timing. They were in their ego, arrogance, having too much pride, being stubborn, and holding back. This is the throat. So they were, I don't know, maybe trying to shut down your throat chakra or shut down somebody's throat chakra. Somebody could have tattoos on their neck, or fake tattoos on their neck. They're in their ego. Relaxation, peace, tranquility, and easiness. Now they want your help. They had an easier life with you. Mercy, charity, and kindness. Yeah, you foresaw this. You had foresight. They went to they're at a crossroads. Pardon me. It's the future. In a few days, 2 weeks, few months, direction forward. They're going to take a huge gamble. This is a gambler, maybe. Taking a risk. Poker face. Not showing feelings. Rolling the dice. That could be for you. Not that you took a gamble, but you had a poker face. You knew what this person was going to do before they did it, or say, before they said it. You gave them enough rope to hang themselves with, but you were hoping beyond hope that they would smarten up and do the right thing. They didn't. They caused a lot of pain. Now they're in pain. Oh boy. Guarded, apprehensive, putting a wall up, and excruciating pain. Now they're single. They don't like to be alone. Independent, because you're independent, freedom from attachment available to date. This is overindulgent. They wanted to be single. Somebody they're dealing with wants to be single. It's a party. This is freeloaders. This is freeloaders. Freedom fighters. I don't think. Maybe somebody's going around saying they're a freedom fighter or something. But this is pleasure seekers. Power of 3, friends, third parties, always dating. Look at this. Dating sites, hooking up, seeing somebody, one night stands. All fired up, right? It's all about passion. Fuming with rage now. Overwhelming explosion of emotions and very angry. So somebody's finding out they got cheated on. The one that cheated on you got cheated on, or you found out. This is lit now. Because you've ascended. Learning, transcending, preparing for you in your new phase. Maybe you're going into a higher level soulmate connection. And that's the last thing they want. Spirit. Protected aura, divine intervention, guardian angel, and shielding. That's so funny. They say guardian angel. Because on my walk earlier, my guardian angel was saying they didn't bargain on you having such a strong angel protecting you 24/7. They're scared of your angel. Oh well, they should be. Soulmates. You're coming into a higher level soulmate connection, or they're afraid of this. The one, deep love, spiritual connection, life partner. They want you to compromise now. They put you in a third-party situation. Good for them. Because they vow materialism. Yeah, they're stubborn. They don't want to learn. So it's all about winning for them, triumph. They don't want to learn. They're going to lie some more. You don't want to hear it. Yeah, something about union. They don't want to hear it either. Reconciliation, coming back, making it work, and second chance. Yeah, friendship. Let's at least be friends. I mean, they're thinking if we can be friends, I can maybe talk them into getting into bed with me. Yeah, I can get some of their blessings here. I don't think so. Nah. And then I'll win. I'll triumph. Yeah, I don't think so. Something to do with your profession. Maybe you've got a good position. Yeah, they're thinking of all the things. They're making lists of all the things that they can buy with your money. Excess. Spending in excess. Okay. Yeah, because they're doing magic on you. Or this is the past. They got promised all kinds of things to come after you. They were doing magic on you. Now they're trying to get away with this, get away from the memories. They can't. Something to do with childhood memories or children. Someone's illuminated here. They got sick, or they know where they could be ill right now, or their children are ill, and they now know why. They're feeling shattered. They're feeling shattered. They fucked around and they found out. So if somebody's sick in there, I don't want to speak this over anybody's life, and I'm not. But if they were screwing around with magic, other people's lives, hurting people and laughing about it, it's about time it's going to catch up to them. Do no harm. If you want to protect your loved ones, your children, make sure you don't do these things to other people, because it's going to come back on you, okay? Do you understand? They don't care. They didn't care about you. Anchor. This is a big ball of chain here. Hold it together, getting a grip, heaviness, and chained up. Yeah, you are the original one. If they're saying they're a divine being, they're not. You planted these seeds, are now growing. You're ready for whatever comes. Oh, yes. They're going towards homelessness. They could be asking for donations. They wanted to make you homeless or wanting gifts from you. Well, maybe if they feel sorry for me, because they're a sweetheart. They'll never say no to me. Yeah, no. Bye. It's over. Okay? They wanted you gone. Okay? They wanted to take out a sweetheart. They wanted your spiritual gifts. Good for them. Yeah. End of love, true love, unconditional love, compassion, genuine union. Well, they wanted to take out their own twin, take themselves out, right? They were protesting against you and saying that you were inadequate. You didn't have what they were searching for. They wanted attention. You're going to be suing these people. Some of them are going to be going down criminally, and some of them civilly, some of them both, and spiritually. Yeah, they caused accidents here. They said, it's an accident. Yeah, they're going to jail. Somebody was playing puppeteer here. How dare them? How dare they? Okay, for some of you, yeah, they're sneaky's not sneaking. He's sneaky in reverse. So I was just going to say, some of them had your false ID. They had your ID or false ID. They were trying to live life as you, under your name, with your credit, whatever, to get a car. There's something to do with a car. They could have caused an accident, and they were hoping to put you in jail, but it didn't work out that way. They're going to jail. Their sneaky didn't work. Fake profile, right? Fake ID. Hiding from you, behind the scenes in social media. Somebody's going to jail. They were harassing you. They were doing magic. They were accusing you of doing magic, accusing you of doing crimes you didn't commit against children, something like that. They went all out. And here you are relaxing at home. Not worried about nothing. You're at peace, tranquil. Life is, well, it's not easy, but, you know, you do what's necessary. You don't go around hurting people, that's for sure. And if they want to go around hurting people, they're going to have to answer for it. Like I said, they're clueless. Moving on, 6, firm, heart fog. Schedule is in reverse. Something's out of whack here. Your schedule, they're trying to screw up your schedule. Okay, they were using magic. This is reverse. Illusions, deception. Yeah, this is something that's fucking crazy here. It's a liar. Could be narcissist, sociopath, or psychopath. No authority. It's abusive, very abusive, male or female. They never tell the truth. People are turning their backs on this person. This person's always got an angle. It's self-serving. Stay away from this person if you know who they are. There's proof and evidence as to what they were doing. Something to do with children. Loss of children. Oh, I don't know. They shouldn't be around children, whoever this is. Stand firm, move on, don't go back, especially if you have children and these children might be in danger. If somebody's doing magic, don't go around them. Don't bring your children around them. The truth is here. 4 swords. They need to put something to rest. You're speaking the truth. You might need to go in isolation for a while. Stay away from these people or this person. Thank you, Spirit. Something to do with a marriage, a commitment, a home, a family, business, or some sort of stability. A rite of passage or a milestone here. Celebrating. Twin flame. Overarching energy. False allegations and accusations. Attacks. They have no protection. They have no defense. They're feeling overwhelmed, defeated. You're not fighting and you're not competing. This is devil. Devil energy. Wow. They have addictions, obsessions. They went to extremes, inappropriate behavior. I'm definitely picking that up. They're bound to the devil, or they're bound to a contract, or they try to bind you. Very toxic. Codependent. I just heard don't have a leg to stand on. They were doing magic, all right. Shit talking, unwise counsel. Secrets are coming out. They're plotting and planning. This is with somebody. This is a liar. They had no authority. This was abuse, lies, cold, calculating, and cruel. There we go. Lying, cheating, and/or stealing. 7 of Swords. They're trying to strategize a way to escape a situation. Escape poverty. They're going towards poverty. Lack and loss. On the outside looking in. 9. The worst has happened. Somebody's really burdened. 9 of Swords. They can't eat or sleep. Really burdened, worried. Maybe having nightmares. Again, a case of the of guilt or conscious. Their conscience is starting to really bother them, I think. Remember I was saying about reservoir dogs and the names are different colors? Right there. Orange, blue, yellow, red, and green. That is so weird. They're worried. Truth and clarity. They're being exposed. This is illumination. They're worried. Yeah, losing their position. They lost their... Somebody got demoted. If it's a higher level soulmate, they got demoted. Somebody was putting on an act as if they are you. They're partying. That's all they cared about. There's no personal achievement or success in their life. They didn't want you having wish fulfillment. This is a fall from grace. No emotional fulfillment or happiness. Smug, full of themselves, selfish, and know it all, show off. Mm-hmm. Your family's behind this. Some of you have a family with. I don't know. Could be a group. Doesn't have to be a family. This is wish fulfillment. Happily ever after. If you notice in this deck, well, usually it's a person by themselves. But they got 9 cups here. They want it all for themselves. I think what they do is they put it on display. Look what I've got, but don't touch. It's not even theirs to touch, I think. It's yours or other people's, you know what I'm saying? So they got demoted. Putting on airs. 9 of Cups reversed. It's not wish fulfillment. You're happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. You're moving on. You left them behind. This is overcoming here. You overcame whatever this is. You're still in control of your life. This could be the police coming through, authorities. This is radical acceptance. Somebody needs to bring back about accountability. They need to take accountability. They need to bring back balance. You're leaving something or someone behind. They could be traveling and or moving, or you are. Proof and evidence. It's a car or something. Something to do with a car, or trip, moving. They underestimated you. Something to do with investment. And this is the 4 Cups in reverse. You know your value and your worth. People are seeing your value and your worth. This can't be ignored anymore. Whatever this is yours. You planted the seeds, you watered them, you nurtured them, they underestimated you. Okay. Truth is out. Or no, that's, what is this? Yeah. They were spreading egregious gossip here. There's no reconciling. Ending it with a third party, a group, cult, coven, secret society. Somebody's not happy. You know your value and your worth, so they can't lead you down the wrong way, the wrong road here. They can't, yeah, somebody's in line second. You know what? Queen of Swords, male or female, place the genders where it belongs. There's someone's very jealous here. They took advantage of you or a situation. They were ungrateful and disrespectful because they were jealous of you. They lied. They spread rumor, gossip, and slander, obviously. They were vindictive and vile, spiteful, and bitter. And now they're going to be sad down here. They're not happy. They're praying, they're contemplating, they're strategizing. They need to put something to rest. You're not. You're sleeping nicely at night. You've healed. You're at peace. They were doing magic on you. This is somebody that had 2 faces here. This is a tower. So if you're fine, you're healthy, and they were doing magic against you, what do you think is going to happen? It's a tower. It's going back where they are, right? Or they could have just accused you of doing magic because they wanted people to come up after you. I don't know. You had nothing to do with any of it. Somebody was wearing a mask. They're out of control. It's a tower moment. Okay? There you go. It's illumination, letting go and letting God. You surrendered it to God. It's going to be an arrest of some sort. They're acting like a martyr. You overcame. They can't slow you down anymore. People are seeing it from a different perspective now. It's illumination. Yeah, online. Somebody's being investigated. This is under surveillance. Somebody's learning something. This is delayed communication from afar. They're watching you. Invading your privacy, maybe. Be careful. Yeah, this is somebody holding you back, impersonating you, stealing your work, ideas, or achievements online, trying to hold you back. They feel entitled. This is somebody that's very abusive, arrogant, I just heard, combative, argumentative. They feel entitled. This could be forgery, impersonation. Yeah, this is impersonation, doppelganger, wanting power of attorney over you or power and control. They wanted to devalue you and I don't know, disempower you, take your rights and your voice away. Very karmic, very toxic energy. This reminds me of somebody that freaks out at the drop of a hat. You know what I mean? It's just greedy, selfish, and jealous. Whatever this is. They're really jealous. See, this one, she's holding, it kind of looked like an apple in the reverse. They're posing as you, male or female. They're not very creative. They destroy, okay? They don't, you know, they don't create new life, whether it's through children or an enterprise or creativity or artistry or philanthropy. They destroy, but they feel entitled to get the kudos. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, take my picture. Tell the world I did it. No, they steal. They impersonate. They don't have a fucking original bone in their body. Third party. Contract. Third party. They inserted themselves. Empress in reverse is not a higher level soulmate. So they were using that jargon to bring in a divine masculine energy, male or female. They were chasing you. A divine feminine. Can we talk? Does not chase. They attract. This one chases. See? Chases. They get a target and they go after that target. And they use schmecks to get them in bed. Hurry up and get them in bed. Yeah, it's all lies. No truth or clarity. This is a fool. Yeah. Going through a dark night of the soul right now. Somebody's in their emotions. They're crying. Somebody's emotionally manipulative, emotionally unavailable, and insecure. Somebody's drinking here. They're in their emotions. They want to get a hold of you. Somebody's really malicious. Yeah, walking away. Somebody's in their emotions right now. This is no longer emotionally invested. Walking away. They're crying over you because you walked away. I wouldn't blame you. They can stay with it. You're not. Yeah. They walked away from a good, solid soulmate connection. For the third party. Look at this. Yeah. Because somebody was a gold digger and a cloud chaser thinking this was destiny. Give me a fucking break. They can stay there. The truth is out. They can't hide this. Moon's reverse. Oh, this is embarrassing and disgraceful. Somebody's on the, maybe on the down low. This is not a victory. They're hiding from the public right now. They're hiding a lot. Somebody was hiding something from the public. Yeah, justice. You're getting your justice. They don't want anybody to know, but this is righting wrongs. Congratulations. Because somebody was willing to do whatever it took to win, but this was out of greedy. This is out of jealousy, envy, greed. People are walking away, taking on losses. They abused you. Somebody's an opportunist. Wanted your blessings, right? It is what it is. It's not their blessing. It's yours. Somebody was an opportunist. They only go where the money is. Yeah, the world's upside down. They don't want to stop doing what they're doing. They don't want to learn a lesson. Somebody's coming back around to bite them in the ass. The world is upside down, unfinished business. They spread egregious gossip. They're going to have to pay. Parting ways with a third party, a friend group, cults, coven, secret society. They spread egregious gossip. They're not happy. The party is over. Somebody bit off more than they can chew. This is a poser, a player, or a warlock. Yeah, somebody got scapegoated. They're not happy. It's the end of a family or a group. They called you a homewrecker. They allowed a homewrecker in their world. So it had nothing to do with you. Let them deal with it. They're not happy. Oh, well. Could be a family or a group that's going down as well. Hermit. Unaware. They don't want to be alone. Unaware. You might be socializing more and they're not happy. And maybe this third party they got involved with is socializing and they're not happy. Well, just sitting at home taking care of me. So, somebody that doesn't take the noble approach, the King of Wands, male or female. I mean, they don't do the right thing. They only care about themselves. This is just ego, right? They're cowards. This is a backfire. They're making it look like they don't know what's going on here. They're unaware. This is bad news. This is a backfire. You're innocent. That's why. Something to do with children or innocence. They want to apologize. There's no communication. yourself blowing up in their face. They can't move forward here. They tried to stop your forward motion. That stopped theirs. There's no communication. You refuse to speak to them, possibly. Good. Yeah. You see clearly for what it is. You're not mentally conflicted. You let them go for a reason. No more stalemate. No more denials here. You're not in denial. You're not afraid to make a decision. You don't care. You know they didn't care. They can't restrict you any longer. They're not renting space in your head. Eight of Swords in reverse. You removed all obstacles. You are free. Yeah. You gotta let this go. Family... This could be family discord. They're going to lose everything. They let go of long-term stability, or they let go of their spiritual or 3D inheritance or a large amount of money. Now they're fighting. This is a whole bunch of a group of people. This is competing. A lot of conflict, competition, jealousy, strife, and rivalry. A lot of drama. They cause a lot of drama. There's a bunch of people involved, and they're all fighting. They wanted you to be some sort of conquest. They wanted you to be an option. I don't think so. Bossed up to back to power here. They're fighting with everybody. They could have been your higher level soulmate for all we know, or they're feeling conflicted because you are coming into contact with a higher soulmate, or this is you. You bossed up to back power. You have authority. You have power behind you. You're making the right choice. You're guarding your throne. They should have been guarding their throne. If it is a higher level soulmate, they should have been guarding their throne. They didn't want to. They wanted everybody and then some, right? You know, to be somebody in this energy, somebody that is exclusive, elusive. They don't entertain just anyone, but this person was entertaining just anybody. So what's that say about them? They're cheap. A dime a dozen. Not worth it. They're not, you know, they can't be trustworthy. They're not part of that, you know what I mean? They could stay for the streets. Be easily bought and tempted. You don't need people like that around you. They're really feeling conflicted because they're figuring out they gave away their destiny, their position spiritually speaking, possibly, for karmic. Yeah. This is what? 8 of Pentacles? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 of Pentacles. So, I don't know. They were giving and receiving out. I can't do business anymore. They breadcrumbed you, used and abused you, treated you horribly. Something's unbalanced, not equally yoked. For sure. If they were a higher level soulmate for you or to you, they chose somebody that wasn't their equal. Because, you know, they chose a karmic over a higher level soulmate because you're going to hold their feet to the fire. You're going to expect them to do better, be better, toe the line. You know what I'm saying? Whereas a karmic wouldn't. They haven't healed. They haven't elevated and ascended. They're not feeling confident enough to tell them, listen, do the right thing. This is fraud and theft as well. They're heading towards bankruptcy, maybe. They really wanted to make you look unstable, or somebody tried to make you look unstable. Somebody's afraid. Lost control of the situation. They're out of control. They have no integrity, loyalty, and honesty. Oh, boy. Feeling intimidated because somebody's emotionally manipulative. They blackmail emotionally. They're greedy and needy. They're not kind, sweet, loving, nurturing, or kind. This is somebody that doesn't care who they hurt, right? They're superficial, shallow, and selfish. They have addictions. They're using their emotions to get their way. Wah! Although they're emotionally not existent here. Somebody's assessed the situation. Somebody's going to be calling you. They're going to get drunk to call you. They're scared. They're feeling sick, or they're feeling ashamed. They don't want you having wish fulfillment. They're losing a home. They stole a home. This is your family ain't shit. They're non-committal. The party's over. Losing business stability, whatever this is. Talking shit now, right? You healed your heart. They might want forgiveness now. I don't think so. They wanted you to lose something. You're not heartbroken, okay? You're not crying over them. They were non-committal, then, you know, you go your way. I'm not going to cry over you. Sure, it hurt, but you know what? At the end of the day, I love me. That's what you should be thinking. I love me. I'm not going to allow this person to ruin my life because of their poor choices. You're going to move on, heal your heart. This is a blessing in disguise. You're not stuck with somebody like that. Yeah, you learned something. You gathered some information. This is a new beginning. You took a practical approach. You looked at it in a practical way. It could be divination as well. But they were mad, talking mad shit about you and getting paid for it. Gathering some information. They may have wanted to take you out. You're the Phoenix Rising. Something's over. They lost their head. You're ending a cycle to begin a new one. Yeah. It could be children. Somebody could have lost a child or children. They blamed you for it. I don't know. You're getting your flowers. You're innocent. They're having nostalgic memories. This could be happening now, or they're thinking of the past or something in your past. Past life soulmate that died in the past. They're finding something out. Somebody paid for your unalive. Yeah, somebody wants to unburden themselves. You're not burdened. They're going to have to drop this or let this go. Ending a cycle. Getting too heavy. They're dropping their side pieces. Their illusions, delusions. I don't know, somebody got bribed. They're tempted. You're not taking on their burdens. You have no burdens. There's a lot of lies and illusions here. False promises. Divorce or separation. Somebody's a criminal, a warlock, and involved with corruption. They broke the law. You foresaw this. They were plotting and planning here. This was a betrayal. Ending, judgment's gone against them, or lack of... They didn't make a good choice here, okay? No second chances. They're getting karma. They misjudged you. They thought they could play you. They misjudged you. Poor decisions here. Lack of awareness, acceptance, and accountability. Yeah. Somebody's a lying sack of shit. Male or female. Abusive. Okay? Playing games. They're getting let go. You're still maintaining balance in your life. You gotta let go. It's a scam artist. You let them go. You knew they were a scam artist. You knew they were doing magic. They never supported you anyways, right? Now they're scared. This is a scandal. Yeah, it's 6. Yeah, they can't move on. They can't escape. It is what it is. We're gonna see where this is gonna go. We're gonna do an extended, I believe. How are we gonna end this, Spirit? My nose is all of a sudden getting itchy yet again. Okay, and that usually happens as a reader. Ask any other reader. That happens when you're hitting it. You know what I mean? You're getting it right. That spirit's a little way of telling you you're on mark. So that's for somebody. They need to know. You're moved on. This is a third party that got in the way. You're going to a higher level soulmate connection. You've ascended. Made the right choice. Something to do with a contract. Somebody wasn't telling the truth. They really misjudged you. Misaligned. Somebody's a lying sack of shit. They don't want to take accountability. No second chances. They're getting karma. You're standing firm, or the divine's going to stand firm. Wide awake, clean, decisive. Yeah. Silence. You're not speaking to these people. Or somebody was trying to intimidate somebody else to keep them quiet. Because somebody wants to confess. Unveiling, coming clean in messages. There's heart fog here. Mixed signals, blocked emotions, and messed up. Someone was in their ego. Arrogance, having too much pride, being stubborn, and holding back. Pride comes before a fall. They were doing something on schedule, and now they I don't know. They missed doing something. Time is up here. Management, plan, and organize. They're disorganized because it was in reverse. I don't know. Throat chakra, maybe you're going to speak your truth or somebody else's. Maybe they were doing magic on someone so they wouldn't speak the truth. Time is up, though. Schedule's off. We're off schedule. It is what it is. They're trying to get you off schedule. 22 in reverse. This is not a master builder. I'll tell you that much. They're out of control. This is corruption. Somebody wanted power and control. They were in their ego. Bending to public pressure. This is all about their image. Lack of... This is something that's distorted. If this was a emperor, it's a distorted emperor. Male or female? 6. Wow. Karmic. This is a karmic. Poor decisions. All one-sided false contract. So somebody thought it was a false contract. And the ethers and the 3D are both. This is all one-sided. They're getting consequences. 28. They wanted your Wheel of Fortune. 28. It's a 10. So all backing up onto them. They're getting karma. They wanted your destiny. Good for them. Not going to happen. Somebody's finding out here. You're going to have to go within and do that soul work. And you did. There could be an investigation. 9-9. They weren't aware. They don't want to be alone. They are alone now. I don't know. This person can't be alone. So how are they going to do the work? It is what it is. So, prisoner of mourning, disappointment, lethargy, and lost love. You've given your emotional energy to another and may now be feeling let down, disappointed, and vulnerable. So they're let down. They let themselves down. Them and their loins led them astray, and their laziness. They didn't want to do the work. They didn't want to be responsible, let's say. There is confusion around you as to where things went wrong, as when you fall in love, you love completely and put your all into a relationship. This wasn't a relationship. This was a situationship. You know what I mean? Be assured the issue is not with you. The timing for this union was not right, and someone better will come into your life, and the anger and hurt you feel now will seem like a million miles away. This obviously for you, they used and abused you. Love will soon come into your life again, and any negative feelings you now hold will disappear. The tide is about to turn for you. You may not know at this stage what you need, but you certainly know what you no longer require. Your vulnerability at this time is understandable, but do not let negative experiences hold you back. Remind yourself that you are a beautiful soul and you deserve better. You certainly do. Let the trash take itself out. Do they want to date trash? Let them date trash. Let them take themselves out. 6, falling from grace. Oh boy, did they ever. Divine protection, despair, and healing. Whether you feel you have psychic abilities or not, rest assured you are being looked after by forces greater than all of us. Once you accept that beginnings and endings are inevitable, your life will flow again. You didn't realize that you had a mighty angel protecting you. If you have experienced major changes, it's okay to feel apprehensive and fearful. However, this card suggests that you need nurturing in order to heal yourself and let go of a closed chapter in your life. So don't park there. Just know that eventually you're going to have to move forward, okay, wherever you are in life. You can sit there, you can process it, work through your pain, work through the past, let it go, okay, but you have to move forward eventually. You may be grieving over a physical death, the death of a project or an ending of a relationship and so on. But please know you are not abandoned nor alone, and the message here is to remind you that there is angel protection around you. What I tell you? Angels represent faith, hope, and healing. Take some time to sit quietly and connect with your energy through meditation or visualization. The healing process is about to begin. You know, we're never done healing. That's something that people don't realize. People think, oh, I've healed. Really? Okay. This is how silly we are as humans, okay? And I'm classifying myself in this. Just when you think you've healed from something. So the divine goes, okay, let me check. Let me test you. So something comes back around again to test you again. How are you going to handle this? Have you really healed? Are you feeling triggered? Because if you're getting triggered, you haven't healed. If it's burning a hole through your ass, you haven't healed. If you're able to laugh at it and just move on your merry way, and you know that the divine's going to take care of their asses, that's when you know you've healed. You don't need to prove anything. You don't need the last word. You just know that let them sink. Whoever hurt you in the past, they're going to get their comeuppance. And you know that. That's how you know you've healed. So the colorless Duke. What did I tell you about the colors? Reservoir Dogs, right? They were Mr. Green or Mr. Orange or Miss White or whatever they went by. They're very colorless. Decisions, new paths, and ideas. There are many distractions around you, which may be... There's a lot of typos in this one. There are many distractions around you, which may be stopping you focusing on what is important right now. You must take the time to concentrate on your needs. In order to recognize where your energy should lie, you must find the time to be quiet, meditate, or just remove yourself from busy situations. So obviously you've done that. You were able to resonate, elevate. Sorry about the background noise. I mean, it doesn't matter what time. We're midday and still get the background noise. What was I going to say? You obviously know that you need to be on your own. This person doesn't want to be on their own. They're going to be forced to. Whether they're going to go to jail, they're going to be so sick nobody wants to come around them. I don't know. So you have an air of charm and positive energy around you. This is the time to be confident and reach for the stars. Connect with your own inner power and realize your true potential. You do not have to hide your light, as you have plenty to give. Why would you want to hide your light? Because people tell you to? Because you're target? That's sad. That's sorry. You have a light. It's meant to shine. If people want to target you, like I said, know and deep down in your heart of hearts that the divine's going to take care of them. You are being protected. So don't give in. Set yourself a goal and do not allow yourself to sway from reaching the desired outcome. Congratulations. I think beautiful things are coming towards you. You just don't realize it. Or maybe you've been so busy. Things have been hard. I get it. You're maybe finding time to just take a breather right now. Because these people are too busy having to deal with the aftermath of their poor decisions, right? So I think you're getting a break. So congratulations. Use it to your best. Get the rest you need. Do what you need to do. Heal. Move forward. Cleanse. Good things are coming towards you. I'm going to do an extended for the members. If you're not a member and you wish to become one, you can join by going to the main channel page. There's going to be a join button there. There's 2 tiers. I don't know how to deal with it. I'm not a techie, but I'm trying to get rid of tier 2. So if you want to join tier 1. I don't like separating people. You know, like you get this and you get that and you don't get this. If you pay more, you get it all. That's not fair. So I want everybody to be able to hear the messages. Obviously, you took a chance being with me. You know, you invested in me, and I'm so very grateful, and I don't want to separate people. I don't believe in that anyways. So don't take tier 2. It costs you more money unless you want to. Go ahead. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to get you any more than you would have with tier 1. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make you save some money. You know, I don't know what I'm doing. I apologize. I'm not very good at it. So congratulations, and until next time, take care.